What's up everybody, Danny's here and we are back at it again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure you guys check out all the links in the description below. So, we finally got two new NES games and we got two new Game Boy games on the Nintendo Switch and on the Nintendo Switch 2. So let's talk about it. So let's start off with NES games. So first of all, we finally got Battletoads and Ninja Gaiden 2 on the NES. And they finally renamed it to Nintendo Switch Online to Nintendo Classic. So if you take a look here, we got two new NES games and we got two new Game Boy games. So we got Bionic Commando on the original Game Boy and Kid Icarus on the Game Boy. But somehow we didn't get Bionic Commando on the original Game Boy. But however, Battletoads is one of the best NES games that you can possibly play on the Nintendo Switch. And so far though, I think this game is one of the best NES games. Battletoads, which is a definite yes. And we also got Ninja Gaiden 2, which is kind of hard like Ninja Gaiden 1 on the NES. But let me know, what's your favorite Ninja Gaiden game you guys like to play? Let me know in the comments below. And also, we finally got Kid Icarus on the original Game Boy, and also Bionic Commando on the original Game Boy. But I would like to see the NES version of Bionic Commando somehow, because Bionic Commando was the best version on the NES, and also on the original Game Boy, because the original Game Boy was kind of like same but different gameplay. I mean, same gameplay but different version on the original Game Boy. But also, they have that NES version. So the NES and the Game Boy version of Bionic Commando has, the same gameplay but different version. That's the thing. Like, for example, for Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Nintendo Switch version and the Switch 2 version, same gameplay, but different versions. Which kind of makes a lot of sense, though, right? That's what I was going to say. But anyways, though, recently, I'm so happy that we have Battletoads, which means I'm so excited to play this game. But right now I'm playing Super Mario Galaxy, which means I am completing this game right now. I'm completing Super Mario Galaxy 1, and then I'll take a break and play Battletoads on the NES, and also try out new NES games and Game Boy games that are on the Nintendo Switch before I play Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now, so far though, I'm pretty sure that there are lots of NES games you can speed run, and also how many minutes, how many hours you've completed, or how many hours you can complete this game, which kind of makes sense though. NES games are like arcade games, definitely. Like, there's no ending, no limits. Like, it can be like, when you get a game over, it's kind of off limits. If it's so hard, it can be off limits. Like, if it's too hard, you gotta stop, and it's off limits. That's what I was trying to say, you know? Because sometimes you can screw up, definitely. Like, one hard level that I keep screwing up, and that's what everybody does somehow. If it's too hard, they'll be like, this is where I screwed up last time. And that's what it looks like, which kind of makes a lot of sense, though, definitely. But Battletoads may be hard or easy to beat. But it may be hard or easy to complete, which makes a lot of sense, though. Because normally, though, I think one of my favorite NES games to play is the original Mario on the NES, and the original Zelda, and also Donkey Kong, the original arcade game. I like to play every NES game possible. Like, I like pinball, because pinball is one of my most favorite arcade NES games I have played. But let me know, what's your favorite NES arcade game you guys like to play? I would like to know in the comments below. Also, let me know, what did you guys think of those two new NES games and two new Game Boy games that we finally got on the Nintendo Switch? I would like to know in the comments below. I like Bionic Commando on the original Game Boy, but I would like to see the NES version of Bionic Commando, because the Game Boy version has a different generation. But Bionic Commando on the NES would have a great generation. It's one of the best NES generations, one of the best versions on the NES. That's what I would like to see on the Nintendo Switch. So I think that's going to wrap it up here for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and share your thoughts. in the comments below. Subscribe if you guys are new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace!